Oh my. Can you hear me now? Hey, please confirm if you can hear me now. Okay, so I think my mic was muted. It was a good thing I actually checked. I would have just goofed. Okay, so please confirm if you can hear me. Oh, brilliant. Boom. Okay, so I'm just going to go all over to the beginning again. I want to cry. That's my crying face. Probably too cute. Okay guys, so let's do this. So welcome to the Online Visibility Summit. Whoosh, excited to be here. And I see quite a bit of my people here, so I'm really happy that they're here. So my name is Padebe Ojomo. I'm the founder of the Eli Business School and the creator of the ARV Advantage. So a lot of you may wonder, what exactly is the ARV Advantage and how can we use it to increase our income, our impact, and our influence? So that's exactly what we'll be talking about today. And I apologize if you're watching this on a replay and then you realize that the first 10 minutes of the video was actually muted. I wish I could take that back, literally, but I can't. So help me God. So I apologize for wasting your time. So, as we were saying, the ARV advantage is an advantage that helps you stay relevant in the marketplace, help you convert prospects to buyers, and to repeat customers, and to advocates of your brand. Now, the greatest struggle with the small business owner in this age is actually getting it right in marketing. Most of them either do no marketing at all, or they try their hands on some kind of marketing, but it's not sustainable. And the reason behind this is because majority of the time they do not have a solid marketing system. And sometimes when they actually create a hit and miss marketing system or marketing strategy, they don't have a strong loyalty policy or a strong referral system for their business. So the whole essence of the ARV advantage is this: to build a solid marketing system for your business, as well as building a strong referral system for your business. So there's this thing I call the referral machine that helps your customer actually refer people to you again and again and again. And guys, look, it's really important. We need to understand that it is easier to convert one satisfied customer to buy from you again and again than to actually grab the attention of a new customer. However, that now does not mean that you shouldn't pay attention in getting new customers, because you definitely need to get new customers. So what exactly is the A in the ARV and what is the R and what is the V? I'm going to talk about that now. So the A is avatar. Avatar pretty much means, okay, the right persons that fit your buyer persona, the right person that fit the perfect description, that can buy your product and will buy your product. And then the R is, when you finally find this person, you need to spend some time in building a relationship with them. And I gave a description earlier that imagine for a second if you're a guy and then you see a girl at the corner of the street and you think you like her, and then she's just there, you know, walking down the catwalk, and then you go ahead and say, "Hey, beautiful girl, I want to marry you." What are the chances of that she's going to marry you? Zero, right? I mean, no matter how desperate the girl is, she can't just see you on the road and want to marry you like immediately, because you could be a serial killer, you could be anything, right? Good. However, if you look at this girl, you meet her for the first time, build a relationship with her again, and maybe you give her some gifts, she start paying attention to you, even if you're really ugly, you're saying, "This guy is actually not so bad though. This fine though." And these things happen, right? I mean, we know that there are these guys that will probably say, "God forbid, never in my life." But because you've been seeing them again and again, they don't seem to be so ugly anymore. You start managing them. Yeah, so that's exactly what you do in terms of relationship building. You are in the person's face so much that they begin to see you and gradually like you. They don't even have a choice in the matter. And then finally is the V. The V is the part where you give value. So because you see this person feature buyer persona, you build a relationship with the person, you give value again and again and again. Automatically, the person sees you as a trusted advisor. Automatically, the person sees you as a person of influence. Whenever the person needs to make a buying decision of anything, who does it come to? You. Whenever the person needs to make a hair, by his car, or whatever it is. Oh, my neighbor's car just went a wall. Okay, sorry about that. Who does the person come to? The person comes to you, right? And it's very important that we think about these guys, because men, in 75% of the time, most of us do not focus on the certified customers to turn them to repeat buyers. Hi Elijah, good morning. Thanks for joining. Excuse me. So I have a cup of water. I think I need to take a sip. Excuse me. So I was saying, most of us, we do not focus on getting the customers that we already have satisfied and making them, actually turn them into advocates, right? Majority of the time, what we rather do is get new customers. So we always doing marketing again and again and again, which on its own is not bad. But the whole essence of the ARV advantage is to make sure that, look, the people that I've had, people that are already paid attention to me, I need to move them through a marketing hourglass. Now, ARV marketing hourglass is a bit different from the funnel. So we all know that a funnel is like this, right? The funnel, the shape of a funnel, a marketing funnel is like this. Now, the shape of the marketing hourglass is like this. Let me go back a bit so you see it. So you see my entire hand. You know what? You see how an hourglass looks like. It goes like this, like 8 is like this. So after the know, like, and trust, we also have the try, buy, and refer. So I do that, for example, anybody I see you, for example, for the first time on the online space, I'm like, I'm suspicious of you. I don't exactly know who you are, right? So after I'm suspicious of you, you need to move me from being a suspect to be a prospect. Then from being a prospect to be a buyer, then from being a buyer to be a repeat buyer, and then from being a repeat buyer into being an advocate. Now, at the point of advocacy, what happens? If maybe you sell human hair, if maybe you sell school bags, school shoes, food items and stuff, whenever anybody needs your products or need your service around me, I will recommend you, even if you are not paying me. Right? Even if you're not paying me, I'll recommend you. Now, the thing about this is there are ways you can actually deliberately build this system into your business, right? It is a way you can build your business into a rock solid advocacy system. And I'm going to cite a business that has done this fantastically without paying any of us money, but we still recommend it. DSTV, 1. House of Tara, 2. Omo detergent, 3. Maybe what? Internet data. So people just ask you a question of what internet data can I use? You say I use Glow is cheap. Use Airtel. This is what have they done? Are they paying you for recommending their product? No, but you're recommending their product to other people. So if big brands are doing it, you as a small business owner need to also be able to position yourself to be able to use this system to actually inject more people into your business, retain the ones that are already there, and convert the retained ones into loyal customers or advocators. And of course, I should quickly mention that by the time people are loyal ambassadors of your brand, you need to start rewarding them. You may not necessarily reward them with money, but you could reward them with recognition or some other things that are really, really good. Okay, so I need to see, do you guys have any questions at this point? Do you have any questions? Okay, so now let me also quickly mention that you are not in the business you think you are. Average, when you ask a small business owner, what do you do? What do you sell? They tell you, okay, so I'm at this, I help this person do that. So for example, I think I know Olaniba Grace, for example. I know she makes adire, she makes tie and dye. I know Doria Michael, I know Elesami Bon Avril. I know quite a bit of people watching this right now, and quite a bit of you also that will catch in the replay. And I know if I actually watch it, you tell me that fantastic product that you sell or that fantastic service that you offer, which on its own is not a bad thing. However, let me quickly add that you are not in the business you think you are. You are not exactly in the business of selling that product. You are not exactly in the business of that rendering that service. You are in the business of selling that service. So if maybe you make hair, you're not in the business of hairdressing, you're in the business of marketing and selling hairdressing. Because if you are a very good hairdresser, it's possible you have a very nice shop in a very nice corner of the street, but nobody patronizes you. So all these your talent that you have in making hair or making wigs or doing makeup or whatever, it goes down the drain. It becomes irrelevant if you don't do your marketing. So your core business is to actually market your business first. So you see people that they are middlemen. Middlemen are those kind of guys that they neither sell, they don't have the money, they don't have the skill, they're just middlemen. Classic example are estate or land agents, right? They don't have the land is not their own. right? Neither is the money to buy the land their own. They are just middlemen, but they still get to be paid. The people on the right pays them. The people on the left as well pays them, right? So, their only job is just to market the house of the landlord, or the land of whoever has the land, to the person that has the funds to buy it. Right, so I want you to always think about yourself as someone like that, as the middleman. I want you to focus a lot more on actually improving your marketing and selling skills. If you do this successfully, you will definitely have more customers than you can handle. Because I said marketing is an art, it's also some science, but most importantly, marketing is psychological. And once you understand the psychology behind marketing, vis-a-vis the ARV advantage model, it will make it very easy for you to win the hearts of your ideal customer. Now, in terms of getting it right with your marketing, the first thing you need to focus on is selecting a profitable market. Because if you do not select a profitable market, then why exactly will you want to struggle in a market that is oversaturated or that is actually totally dead? And quite a bit of people will tell you this, that this is my market that I'm going into. I'm the first person, no one else is doing it. It's not a smart move if you are actually going into a market that no one else has done. Because guess what? That people are not there, there's a reason for it. There are lots of keke marwas in Lagos, there are lots of bikes in Lagos. It shows that those people there are making money. That's why people bring in ships and container loads of marwa and okada every day into Nigeria, because there will always be a need for people to commute. So even if there are, I don't know how many bags or kakawara there in Lagos or in Nigeria right now, every day they still bring in hundreds of thousands, because these ones, of course, they have a life cycle. Of course, more people want to buy. They don't think, okay, guess what? The market is getting saturated. Very soon there won't be any more bikes. So that there are 100,000 bikes, quote unquote, in Lagos, for example, doesn't mean the fact that even if you carry your own bike, doesn't change the fact that if you carry your own bike to the entire road in Lagos, people are not going to hop on your bike. So I want you to have that mentality. It's not always not necessarily the case that market is saturated and you cannot go in and make profits. The whole essence is that you need to just be the best person doing the marketing. If the best person that does the marketing, that gets the most reward, and the reward, of course, in the long run is money. Right? Now, building a business is a lot like fishing. It's a lot like fishing. So there are two kinds of fishermen. There are fishermen that goes into the sea and they know exactly where the fish is, because you understand the topography, or it's not called topography in geography, it's called something else, but I can't remember what it is. I'm sorry, I failed geography. I passed English. So, and they know, okay, I could get salmon on this part of the sea, or I could get mackerels on this kind of the sea, and I could get, what's this other fish name? Tilapia. At the side of the sea. So they go right to the sea and they put in their nets, or they put in I'm not sure, there's this modern technique of catching fishes, and just let it down into the sea, into the ocean or the Mediterranean, and then zoom, and then they have their mackerel, or they have their kote. Let me bring you some kote or Titus. Now, here's what I need you to think about, right? The persons, the other person that's just taking nets to spray like this, and he will now wait. He will now draw to see if there's fish and come out nothing. Which do you think will make a lot more money? Which do you think catch a lot more fish? Of course, the one that knows exactly that he wants to go and catch mackerel and knows where mackerel can be found. For example, in this our side of the country, we know we cannot find sharks. We can't find any big fishes. The fish we can find is kote and Titus, and then all this other one, herrings. Yeah, I think they're called herrings. Spelled Herrings, and then tilapia. Tilapia is very popular in this part of our sea. So if I want to catch shark, I know I will not go to one sea beside my house or one river beside my house and catch shark. I know what I'm going to see there. It's either I see herrings, or I see crayfish, just baby crayfish, the small ones, or I see tilapia. But first of all, I need to know that I want a tilapia. If I want a kote, or I want a Titus, or I want a, what's that fish again? I don't know, that is very delicious. Croaker, yes, always not very nice when it's fried. If I want a croaker, I am not yes, Adela, we totally have that in common. I was saying, so if I want croaker, I'm not going to just go to the ocean and just catch croaker. I will put in my net and maybe catch one miserable looking catfish that is maybe almost dead. Right? So the first essence is to know exactly what you want. Decide the kind of fish you are after. Do you want rich customers? Do you want people that are not earning so much? Whose problem exactly are you solving? Because if you don't know the market you are going to, you are not sure exactly whose problem you are solving, or the kind of fish you want to catch, then you can't get the right fish. On one hand. On the other hand, you also understand that, okay, this is the niche market I want to penetrate. Now, in terms of niche market, a lot of people talk about niche. So let me tell you guys one thing that I've discovered about niche marketing, and that many people may, probably all the marketing experts and co, probably don't ever talk about, maybe because they do not know it. So there are two kind of niches, right? You can niche wide, like this, or you can niche deep, like this. Now, in niching wide, right? For example, I help small business owners get their sales and marketing right. That is niching wide, because small business owners is a huge number, right? So that's niching wide. Now, in niching deep, I could say I help chiropractors or I help medical practitioners improve their marketing and sales, right? Or get right with social media. Let me just use something. Let me just say social media, right? Now, what have I done? I've picked a niche within the small business niche, because of course hospitals is also a small business, and I've niched down. If I want to even niche down further, I could say I help dentists, or I help ophthalmologists, or I help neurologists. So what am I doing? I'm even niching further down. Now, why is it important for you to niche? It is very, very important for you to, whether you're niching horizontally or vertically, or you're double dipping. Double dipping means when you are doing both. I'm not going to, that's a core marketing term. I don't want to confuse you guys too much about my marketing. It's all those marketing jargons, but something is a situation whereby you're actually doing both. Maybe you're niching wide, also niching deep. Maybe I decide, okay, I want to focus on schools, but I could also help small business owners every now and then. So that is actually double dipping. So if whatever it is you decide to do, the power of that is even your language attract these people. If I, for example, I want to attract just medical doctors, I know the kind of, I will make some researches and know the exact kind of words I will be using to attract them, right? And I will not deviate from this word because I'm niching deep. I'm focusing on this particular narrow niche. Do you think there will be more than, do you think there are not enough doctors in Lagos, or there are not enough hospitals in Lagos? It's not true. There are many hospitals, there are many schools, there are many churches that needs more marketing. So don't always focus on, okay, I want to serve everybody in a niche. No. Find a narrow niche and then clamp down. Now, if you are focusing on a niche, does this not mean that people in outside the niche will not come to you to say, okay, I need your service for XYZ? Of course not. Classic example, I work with female business owners, but I have quite a bit of male clients. Because marketing is marketing, right? Whether you're a web designer or a graphic designer, it's still the same process to solve a man's problem or a woman's problem, or you're solving a big business problem or a small business problem. It's the same, exact same processes, right? The only thing is that you do it, you may do a bit more research, or maybe take you a bit more out of your comfort zone, but the basic tenets are always the same. So it doesn't change the fact that other people will not reach out to you to ask you, because I cringe when people say, I don't want to niche. I think the women niche is too wide, or it's no, you are burning, you are hurt, because the power of marketing is in the language, in the words you use. Your words. So if, for example, now maybe I know Blessing, for example, Blessing Bedeojo Timothy. If maybe she's Akwa Ibom, right, and I'm speaking Ife to her, of course she will pay attention to me because I'm speaking a language she understands. What if I now start speaking Spanish? Will she understand me? No. So it's the same thing with your marketing. So problem most of us have is we are speaking a language that our market does not understand. And until we get it right to speak a language our market understands, we'll be sounding, we'll be speaking in tongue, we'll be speaking gibberish. So occasionally, because the product is fine, or because our pictures are good, people will buy. But if you do not speak your niche, the language your niche market understands, you perpetually struggle. And is that what you really want? Of course not. The answer is no. So there are 4 categories of a niche market. The first category is based on occupation or industry. I think I mentioned that already when I said medicals or education and stuff. The next one is based on demographic. For example, I stay in Abuja. For example, I stay in Lagos. For example, we are a 7-figure company. There's one they used to use in the abroad. They say they are a Fortune 500 company. So I have Fortune 500 companies do this. That is very niche based. That is based on demograph. Or you could say based on geographs, location, or based on psychographs, based on their behavior. I help Muslim women, or I help fit moms, or I help. So you see, based on, so you could target people based on anything. And my advice to you is to choose a niche market that you know one is more relatable to you. I, for example, I'm a woman in business. I have a small business, so it's easier for me to say, okay, I help women that have small businesses, because I've had a small business for 17 years. I understand all the tenets of running a business. I understand everything. There is nothing new they're going to tell me that I've not experienced before. So the first rule, my rule, this is not but it's just my role, is pick a market that you are really, that you can know, you understand like the back of your hand, right? Pick a a niche market that you can find relatable, that people can see you and see you as a role model. They can see you as a mentor. They see you as you already built some authority. You are not just starting from scratch and trying to struggle. So if maybe you are a student, then start with people that are in your school. Start helping fellow students to accomplish XYZ. When you leave that level from student and maybe start going to corporate, then you can change your niche into the corporate market, right? And like that, right? So the 3 steps in approaching this 3-step approach to select a profitable niche is this. Step number 1, identify your skill and ability. What exactly are you good at already? Don't go and start looking for things that are far-fetched. Are you good with social media? Are you good with web design? Are you good with graphic design? What exactly are you good at? Figure that out. That's already step 1. Step 2, identify specific persons looking for this service or this skill that you have. Identify a ready market. You need to go into a market that is ready. Do not bother yourself starting to go and look for market. Hey, I'm bringing this thing from China. Will you buy? There are people right now already waiting to buy your skill, and there are ways to do this. A few platforms I recommend is udemy.com, creativemarket.com, fiverr.com, and freelancer.com. If maybe you're a graphic designer or web designer, you can go into these platforms, find out if there are people that already do what you do and if they're getting paid. You could actually even create a profile there and then see how that pans out. If you know after the first 1 month you didn't get any customer, then it's not your calling. Look for something else. If you know after the first 1 month you got some customers, it shows that okay, you're doing something right. You can take that business and scale it, right? And then finally, identify their problem and desire and know exactly what they want. If you can get this right, you get it perfectly right with your finding a profitable niche. Do you guys have any questions at this point? I know I've covered quite a bit. Thanks for putting in the comment, guys. Avril, thank you very much, and the rest of you. Okay, so I still have quite a bit to cover, and I really do not want to. I don't want to bore you guys with my plenty. I really don't want to bore you guys. I hope are you guys getting value? Because if you're not getting value, I definitely will stop. I don't want to bore you guys with my plenty marketing jargon. So next step, 7-step education marketing strategy model. Now, there's something called education marketing strategy, which is called EBS or EBM, as the case may be. Now, pretty much what the tenet is this: you teach people, you educate people before selling to them. Right? You educate people before selling to them. So what I'm doing right now, I'm educating you. I'm not asking you to pay for this. What Joy Eneghalu is doing, Johnny Biddy does this. Every thought leader you know, from Russell Brunson to Richard Branson to what's the guy now, Brendan Bouchard, they all do all of this. Right? They do this. They do all of this thing. They educate you first. Now, what education is really powerful is, if I educate you once the first time, second the first time, third the first time, I keep giving you really good value, you feel you are committed to me. There's a part of your brain that feels you owe me money. Like a lot of people do not. I said before, marketing is some psychology and some maths, right? So if I totally educate you, so Brendan Bouchard, for example, he has lots of really good videos out there, Mario Foley, all of them. Why are they doing this? Because the minute they bring out a product that you can afford, that you have the money looking at you right now, immediately you buy, because they have built all these connections in your head that makes them feel you owe them something, and you are looking forward to paying back. So if okay, so I don't know what you're saying. If I go, maybe you want to break it down. It may be some other language. Okay, so if they do that, how can you as a small business owner do this? The first thing, of course, I said earlier is, first of all, know exactly who your market, who your customer are. Know what problems they have. Know the exact problem that your customer have. Because if you know the problem that your customer have, it is easier for you to create seeming solutions. So I like to say, give them a solution that will alleviate the problem but not eradicate the problem. Classic example: your customer is struggling with creating graphics on Canva. I'm just saying that. I mean, that's really basic. Or your customer is struggling creating a website, right? What can you do to alleviate the problem? You can tell him 5 things he can do to how to register a domain, how he can get a free web hosting. Give him all the referral information, right? But you just sit down and design that website. It will still be a challenge for that person. And guess who he will call to design the website? Because you've been educating him on how to do this, how to do that, how to do that. Eventually, when he gets stuck, he's still going to come to you to teach him how to create his website or to help him create a website. So if you are not very strategic about giving out education, opportunities will come and opportunities will go, and then you won't even pay attention to it. So Cherry, I said creativemarket.com. Someone may want to type that in. So I said creativemarket.com, I said fiverr.com, I said freelancer.com. I think those are the three websites that you can use to do that. So who is your customer? First, if you know who your customer is, you know what problem you'll be solving, you know exactly how to reach them, right? How exactly you want to reach them. Then how are you going to make money from this? Because I've seen many people just start a business and then they just coasting along, they don't know exactly how. Because one of the questions I ask people in my tribe is, okay, so how do you want to monetize this? Is it coaching? Is it consulting? Is it done for you service? Is it book writing or ebook sales? Is it webinars? You need to know exactly how you plan to monetize this. Because if you don't have a plan to monetize it, then it's not a business, it's a hobby, right? I mean, you just be going to church and be doing stuff like that, which is not bad in its own, but then it could be really rubbish. So know exactly how to monetize it. Then learn how to market it like your life depends on it, right? So that's step 1. Step 2. Develop marketing assets. Now, when I say marketing assets, what comes to your mind? I'm curious. You see, so of course, marketing assets could mean different things to different people. But when I explain a marketing asset, here's what I mean. You need to have some things that you can use to market your business again and again and again. I can tell you for free. See, one of my marketing assets is my studio background. Can you see my studio? You can see how pretty my studio background is. That's deliberate. It's an asset for me. And I have my gorgeous mic here that I'm using. Okay, so I did it to mess up your ears. So, but sorry, I apologize. It has to be goofy once in a while. Like, I was born like that. I was made that way. Okay, so back to business. That was actually a joke. You need to develop marketing assets. So marketing assets will mean things like your marketing message, your HUB. HUB is hot on. I can't believe I just did that. The HUB is a hot undeniable benefit. Right? What is that one thing that if they buy from you, they can't get anywhere else? So think about Domino's, right? Their USP or their HUB is hot, fresh pizza served in 10 minutes or less, right? Now, you see, Domino are not promising you that their pizza will be the sweetest. They're not promising you that their store will be the tastiest or the creamiest or the richest. They are promising you it's going to be hot and it's going to be ready in 10 minutes. That is their HUB. So what is your hot undeniable benefit? What is that one thing that I can't get anywhere else but only from you? And for me, for example, my personality, no matter how much people do marketing in the online space right here in Nigeria, they can never be me, because my arrow, my rishi, it's peculiar to me. No one else does it better than me. Take that to the bank. Right now, in creating your marketing message, there are things you need to do. I want you to grab a pen and paper at this point. You need to, do I wait for you guys to do that? Grab a pen and a paper, because this is very, very strategic, right? So to get right your marketing message, you need to call out your customers. You need to address their pain points. You need to communicate your hot undeniable benefits, and then have a clear offer, right? So that's the first step. Step 1, call out your customers. Classic example: are you a stay-at-home mom? Bored of doing nothing, etc., etc. That's my customers, stay-at-home moms, right? Address their problem. Do you sometimes wish you could have a lot more money to maybe take yourself out, take your children shopping, and do things for yourself, not necessarily relying on your husband? I've called out their problems, right? I've addressed that problem. Then I'll communicate my HUB, which is my hot or undeniable benefit. What if I could teach you to make 600,000 or 6 figures or 7 figures, as the case may be, every month, without any stress, right? So I've communicated my hot undeniable benefits. then have a clear call to action, which is click on this link below if you would like to know my signature formula that has helped transform 15 stay-at-home moms into overnight millionaires within the last 6 months, and how you can be my next success story. Now, sincerely guys, I just made this up. Like, I totally just made this up. But you see, I'm good like that. Take that to the bank. Okay, no, so I'm just joking. Yeah, so the whole essence of this is know exactly who your customer is, because if you don't know who your customer is, how can you call out the problem of people you don't know? How can you call out the customer that if you say my customer is, they're everywhere, they can be found everywhere, they're online, they're on Twitter, they're on LinkedIn, they're on YouTube, they can't be everywhere. I'm sorry to bust your bubble, right? So the whole essence is, if you don't have a clear niche market, you cannot solve people's problem. You cannot call out a customer you don't know. You cannot address a problem of a customer you know you are not sure they have, because the struggles of a stay-at-home mom that doesn't have a job, it's not the same struggle of a stay-at-home mom that has a job. It's not the same struggle of a work-from-home mom or a woman that works remotely. Maybe she has like a regular office job, but she does work remotely. It's not the same struggle for a woman that works in a bank. So even though all these 4 women are moms, right? One is stay-at-home mom, she doesn't have any work. The other one is a stay-at-home mom. She has some work she does very. Maybe she sells when there's somebody others on junior or congrats, she goes and go and deliver. This is the second problem. There are people like myself that we work full-time from home. There are other people that they have a job, but they work remotely. They don't work for themselves. They work remotely, right? So maybe they work in Ericsson Nigeria or Ericsson Global, but they are just working remotely from home. They don't have all the time in the world because they have to report to one Oga, check in, clock in and stuff. Then there are the other ones that they actually have a regular 9 to 5. Maybe they work in a bank and stuff. There are also people like this. So there are all these people in these different categories. Good. Now you need to get it right. Hey Adayemi Ademola, thanks for joining, and thanks for sending me a DM in the middle of my live stream. I'll deal with you later. So it's important for you to know exactly that my customers are not just moms. What is the struggle of these moms? What is their biggest problem? What is their biggest pain point? And I can tell you for free, it is not the same struggle, right? It's not the same struggle. Different people have different struggle. As narrow as mom is, you can see how complicated different problems that they have. Right, so that's on one hand. So, and men, the same thing. Men, women that have businesses, you're going into corporate. Are you going to banks? What problem are you solving for the banks? Are you going to microfinance banks? Are you going to insurance company? They all have different problems. And dude, babe, you are not Jesus. You can't take away the problems of the world. Let me just tell you now. You may think you can, but you can't. Right? So know exactly who your customer is. Right? And then develop tools to attract them. And I think I'm done. You guys have questions? I mean, I still have quite a bit to cover, but it's too much information for you guys. Your head will just boom. All right, guys. I will deal with you later, Deborah. Don't worry, be laughing. I will deal with you later. Okay, guys. So, do you have guys questions? Do you have questions? Do you have questions? Yes. Thanks for being my scribe. Thanks for being my scribe. Okay, guys. So that's about it. I'm gonna shoot if you have any more questions. And yeah. Then let's talk about lead generation. Nah, that's too much work for you guys. Your head is already booming. Okay, guys, so thank you. I hope you got value from this. I hope this was good. Okay, so I have a freebie for you guys. The title of the freebie is 4 Unbelievable Hacks to Explode Your Marketing. And the link to get the freebie is bit.ly/freebie4321. Let me quickly put that in. bit.ly/4321. No, okay, I didn't get that right. Yeah. So it's HTTPS. Good. Awesome. So I just put that in. Yeah. bit.ly/4321. I'm not sure why. Oh no, I got that wrong. I think I see why I did wrong. bit.ly/freebie4321. Yep. Sorry guys, I missed the link, but I think I just got it right now. Yeah. Yep, I just posted it. I just posted it. Okay, so that's the link to the freebie. The title is 4 Million Hacks to Explode Your Marketing. It's an audio, so it's something that is very easy to, let me see if I can pin this. I can't. That you can easily access and easily consume on the go. So thank you. If you have any question, put it here in the comment section and tag me. Until we meet again, I remain the remarkable Padibia Juma. Do not forget to be remarkable every day. Your customers can't stay. Your customers will buy from you again and again as long as you set up the right system. Do not underestimate the importance of setting up systems in your marketing of your business. You cannot do it by yourself, and that you do not understand how to market is not an excuse. There are many people, professionals like myself, that can help you create marketing systems in your business, right? So you need to plan, you need to attract, you need to convert, you need to engage, and then you also need to measure your marketing to be sure that you are moving people from being a suspect to be a prospect, to be a customer, and then to be an advocate. Right, guys? So thank you so much. I cannot wait to see if you guys have questions, or how much you guys are going to create with this information I just shared with you. So we'll meet again. Stay awesome, stay winning. Bye for now.